I'm going to put out a bench warrant for your arrest.
You practice in front of bench. That's my job or my attorney job. I'm sui juris. I'm pro pria.
Okay, Mr. White, I don't know where you read the stuff that you're saying, but it's legal nonsense.
I'm a beneficiary and I'm a sovereign. I'm here under fraud, menace, and
sir.
I travel. I don't drive.
Okay.
I have no contact.
Sir, here's what we're doing, Mr. White.
Today we're watching a straight-talking judge face off against a stubborn, sovereign citizen, and the exchange gets heated fast. No matter how many times the judge tries to explain the law, this guy just keeps arguing and digging himself into a deeper hole. By the end, he makes a huge mistake, and the judge shuts him down with authority. It's one of those moments that feels incredibly satisfying to see unfold. I'd love to hear your take in the comments on how the judge handled it. I think he was spot on. Now let's get right into it and see this sovereign citizen completely taken apart in court.
All right, on the telephone ending in 1336, tell us your name, please.
I come in sui juris.
Only one of you actually has that phone number, and the other people are just wrong about what their phone number is. Who's calling ending in 1336?
Sui juris and personal persona. I'm Stephen hyphen Tyrell colon White comma beneficiary of sovereign. I'm here under fraud, menace, and duress. Fiduciary Daniel Williams Norbeck.
Okay, Mr. White, we're going to pop you over in the waiting room because you're just going to be a distraction for all the citizens here willing to abide by the laws of our country. So we'll pop you over in the waiting room and we'll get back to you. In case you guys have ever heard of the term sovereign citizen in the news, that's what one of them sounds like when they try to come to court.
I've got to admit, I'm impressed with how firmly this judge is keeping control. It's clear he's not here to waste time. Now the real test begins as he calls the sovereign citizen back into the courtroom. The judge purposely worked through the entire docket first, making this guy sit and wait. Let's find out if that brief timeout had any effect on his attitude.
All right, Mr. White, are you able to hear me?
Your Honor.
All right. I'm going to read this to you so you understand what you're charged with. This says that on January 7th of this year, on 2nd Street there in the city of Fenville, that you were driving while license suspended. That is a misdemeanor. It's punishable by up to 93 days in jail and or $500 fines and costs. Do you understand your charge?
Objection, Your Honor. I do not understand my charges or
okay. I'm going to mark you down as not guilty, and we'll set you for a jury trial. You can continue to.
Your Honor. Your Honor. You practice in front of bench. You practice in front of bench. That's my job or my attorney job. I'm sui juris. I'm pro pria.
Okay, Mr. White, I don't know where you read the stuff that you're saying, but it's legal nonsense. It means nothing in a court of law. So if you're not willing to state that you even understand or recognize the authority of the court, my options are I can make you come in for arraignment and not give you a PR bond, and then you'll have to post bond to not sit in jail. You want to do it that way instead? Right now, if I get through arraignment with you, I'll give you a PR bond. Mr. White?
I'm asking you a question.
What's the question, sir?
I'm not arguing with you, Your Honor. I just want you to hear me.
Okay, but I don't want to listen for 20 minutes. Go ahead and ask your one question, and we'll start there and see if it's a real question.
Am I on the record?
Yes.
It's not going to take 20 minutes, Your Honor. I give you my word.
Well, you said you have a question, sir. What's the question you want to ask?
Is this criminal or is it civil?
This is criminal, sir. It's punishable by up to 93 days in jail and or $500 fines and costs.
Hey, if it's criminal, can I ask to dismiss the charge?
That was 2 questions. My friend, pick one. And no, you're not getting this case dismissed. Not even close. Do you actually understand how trials work? Because here's the reality, you're not even in a trial yet. This is just a hearing, and this guy is already tossing around legal jargon like he's some courtroom genius. Spoiler alert, he's definitely not. You can tell from the way he speaks that he has no clue what's happening. It's like he's stuck in the legal version of the tutorial level and still can't figure it out. So what do you think? Should the judge shut him down right now, or let this train wreck keep rolling for another 20 minutes?
Because at this point, The prosecutor, there's no sworn testimony. It's no sworn.
It's because this is just arraignment, sir. What you're talking about is trial. That would be several steps down the road. Arraignment is just for you to make sure that you understand what you're accused of, what the penalty is, and for you to enter a plea. You're accused of driving while license suspended. I read to you what the possible penalties are, and I asked you if you wish to plead guilty or not guilty at this time.
No, Your Honor, I'm a beneficiary and I'm a sovereign. I'm here under fraud, menace, and
sir. Those sentences don't mean anything. They have no legal meaning whatsoever.
It's guaranteed by
so
my constitutional
I've indicated that since you can't understand arraignment, I've entered a plea of not guilty on your behalf. I've set you for a jury trial. You can represent yourself free of charge, or you could hire an attorney. And now you must make a choice, sir, for bond. If we get through the arraignment with you on Zoom, I'm going to give you a PR bond, personal recognizance bond. That means you don't have to post any money. We're essentially trusting you that you'll keep coming back for your court dates. It is no driving without a valid driver's license. If you cannot get that far, in other words, if you really don't understand what's happening here, then I'm not going to allow you to be arraigned by Zoom. I'm going to set you for arraignment in person. And you will come to this courthouse. You will not get a PR bond. You will get a $300 cash or surety bond, meaning that you will need to post $300 in cash, or you will sit in jail from that day until your trial day. So I'll give you a choice. Do you want to be arraigned over Zoom like we're doing today, or would you like to come in and be arraigned in person?
Well, I object to all of this, Your Honor, because at this point, I don't even understand the charges. I do not understand the charges. I'm not trying to.
That's fine. No, sir, you're allowed to, sir. You're allowed to object, and I understand your sentence that you don't understand the charges. And so I will attempt to work with you for that for a second. I'm going to read the charges to you, okay? This says that it takes place on January 7th of this year. You understand that, right? The date that I just read.
I'm saying I do not. At this point, Your Honor, it's I was saying this. It was a jurisdiction matter. It's a jurisdiction matter. That's what I'm saying. It's a subject matter, jurisdiction.
Here's the problem with you arguing jurisdiction. I am a lawyer, so I understand what jurisdiction means. I'm not sure you do.
This judge is playing chess while the sovereign citizen across from him can't even figure out checkers. I really admire his approach because it's clear he knows exactly what he's doing, and he's not entertaining any of the usual sovereign citizen nonsense. A lot of judges struggle with these cases. Some lose patience too quickly, while others let the rambling drag on far too long. But this judge strikes the perfect balance. He shuts it down quickly, yet does it with calm professionalism and complete control, which is honestly refreshing to watch. If you've seen Judge Oakley, you know he tends to raise his voice and really lay into defendants, which can be entertaining in its own way. But this judge is cool, collected, and fully in command. What do you think? Is he handling it flawlessly? Or do you feel he might be coming down a little too hard?
The accusation is that you're driving around on 2nd Street in the city of Fenville, meaning in Allegan County, and that you're doing so when your driving privileges with Secretary of State have been suspended or revoked. Because this is the county. Yes?
Objection, Your Honor. I travel. I don't drive.
Okay.
I have no contact.
Sir, here's what we're doing, Mr. White. You are no longer able to be arraigned by Zoom. What I'm going to do is adjourn this. I'm going to adjourn this, and you will get notice at your address there. You will come in, and we will arraign you in person. I'm telling you that I'm not going to give you a personal recognizance bond, sir.
It has to be. Before we can proceed,
White,
before you can proceed, there has to be a address, Your Honor.
Because we are on the record, I'm going to make this infinitely clear. You're going to get notice to appear in front of me. You have two choices. If you do not appear, I'm going to put out a bench warrant for your arrest. If you do appear, we will have this conversation again about arraigning you to see if you understand the charges. but you are not getting a PR bond. You will need to bring with you $300 cash or surety, or you will be in jail. Do you understand? Those two options, A and B.
That's a violation of my constitutional rights, Your Honor.
Well, no, it isn't, sir. So we're all set for today. We're done talking. We cannot make any progress. You will be asked to come in person for arraignment. You can either choose to come in for arraignment or you can choose to not be here. If you choose to not be here, a warrant will be entered for your arrest. And if you do choose to be here, make sure you bring that $300 because you're not getting a personal recognizance bond. But we are done with this hearing. I'm going to go ahead and release you. Thank you.
When's my date for court?
Sovereign citizens just refused to listen. The judge clearly told him the court date would be sent by mail, but this guy still acted like he had no idea what was happening. I'm almost certain he was too focused on memorizing his little script, instead of actually paying attention. This isn't a school project where sticking to a script will save you. When the judge is literally guiding you through the process, listening would have been the smartest move. If he had just paid attention, he could have probably wrapped this up by pleading guilty, paying a fine, or maybe taking a class or two. Instead, he chose to be stubborn, and now he might be looking at a few nights in jail. Not exactly a brilliant strategy, but then again, he is a sovereign citizen, so what did we really expect? I'll never understand these people. The court hands them the simplest way out, yet somehow they manage to make things worse every single time. What's the point? To prove a theory that's never worked and never will. The law isn't complicated. If you're charged, you show up, you listen, and you deal with it like an adult. But these guys would rather argue nonsense and pretend they've uncovered some secret legal hack. That said, I can't lie, they do make for pretty entertaining videos, so I won't complain too much. Anyway, that's where we'll wrap it up. If you enjoyed watching, be sure to like and subscribe for more courtroom chaos. Personally, I think the judge nailed it here.com. Steady and fair. But I know some of you think judges like this can be too harsh. So let me know in the comments, was this judge right on the money, or did he push it too far? Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate all of you.